Welcome to Grymvald Adventures. Utilizing the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rules, the adventures are DM'd by me, aka Mark CMG Clover of Creative Mountain Games and manager of Lake Geneva Games. The adventures take place in my setting of Grymvald, specifically on the northwest peninsula occupied by the Yamana-centric Ronkian Empire, with the city-state of Ronk, the seat of the Emperor, at the north end of the River Serpentine. The Empire was formed 5 centuries in the past by 6 main kingdoms: Dormus, Troctum, Crissel, Grenade, Pargon, and Bernol. A 7th kingdom, Jauls, joined the Empire 100 years ago. The Empire is flanked by communities of elves, dwarves, and gnomes. To the far southwest lies Colwane's Coves, a Ronkian protectorate and trading center with access to the exotic lands south of the Argarian Mountains. A few days inland from Colwane's Coves sits the village of Laidlaw. This quiet village at the edge of West Bernol is overseen by Count Sebastian Zubino and his son, Mahar, who reside in what they pretentiously call the Keep. Our current player characters stay at the Silvercrest Inn. The Grymvald setting was created and is owned by Mark Clover of Creative Mountain Games. The map of the Ronkian Empire as well. The map of the village of Laidlaw was modified by Mark Clover from original cartography by Dyson Logos and is licensed under the Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 International License. Special thanks to Lake Geneva Games for the use of their secret game room for the recording of Grymvald Adventures.
So, everyone got back to town, and you healed up everybody with those potions. I think I told you about that. Because you had run back to...
Sir Dunley was harrowing.
Faced the harpy, almost succumbed to her wiles, but was able to withdraw and get back to town with the goods, all the gems and the potions, and get people out of a catatonic state. Will and Tyler's characters. You were fine, right?
Oh, yeah, I was fine.
Yeah, but you did not join Sir Dunley when he went to do his road. Someone had to stay with him.
I had to stay behind with the knocked out people, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, we want the townspeople to take advantage of us.
You would only have slowed him down.
Wait, I'm coming.
Didn't have any corpses to drag that time.
Fortunately, he wasn't slowed down by having to dig in his pockets for extra money because Tyler's character had paid a large sum so that you had unlimited, or did you do that? No, he did that. Had unlimited rides.
Tyler did that. I didn't have the money at the time. I was pretty close to tapped out.
You're always good with Durain now, the ferryman.
You're always good with the tip.
Yes.
You are.
No need to pay each time. No need to tip either. He's more than compensated, and he refused tips. Took you across. He brought you back after you got the goods. We will say that he's just joined you from the inn anyway. But then you spent those 2 weeks. We're kind of retroing it a little bit because that brings him up to speed more easily than he was around for those 2 weeks, getting filled in on what had happened.
So during those 2 weeks, then I'll replenish my supply of little berries and knickknacks and.
How long do those last? Can you refrigerate them?
When I cast the spell, the berries are potent for 24 hours.
24, that's
but
right.
It doesn't matter how old the berries are that I cast the spell on. I don't think.
Oh, I guess that's true. Berries are berries, whether they're slightly sour. They don't have to be fresh berries. It doesn't say that, does it?
Do they at least taste fresh when we eat them?
Of course, they're delicious. You love my berries.
They're made good.
Want some sour berries?
In fact, they're called good berries.
They really are.
That's fair. That's very fair.
That's right on the tin.
So, could you cast a spell on a raisin and make it into a grape with good berry?
The grape's not a berry, though, is it?
It sure is.
A grape actually isn't
It must be a berry.
Isn't well, you get funny definitions of berry, right?
Right?
It's small and it's round. It's
The
close
seeds
enough.
on the outside of strawberries, so they're not
The answer
really
is
berries, right?
Yes, of course.
What if you cast the spell on a can of cranberries?
I would. 10 of them would
Good
become
sludge.
good berries.
Good
Fantastic.
sludge.
Like a Thanksgiving
Oh, yes.
slab of
Oh.
cranberry sauce.
These berries just pop right out. Good berries.
They become shaped
Okay,
like
that's right.
each good berry is the shape of a small tin can.
So
Yeah,
I
eat the whole
remember
thing.
last session I wanted to go off to Colwyn's Cove because the blacksmith here was busy and get splint armor.
Right. Yes.
So
But you sent someone.
yes, I
And
did.
they've
send someone.
returned
Oh, lovely.
within that 2 weeks with your supplies, what you needed.
All right.
It was splint and is there something else? Sent a
Uh,
message for something or oh no, the count had some messages to send.
yeah.
And since Tyler's character is, we'll say he went
Okay.
at least in the one direction since he's got to go that way anyway.
Okay. So yeah, cool. That will help a lot.
You've got your splint mail, and this is the time has been used up for making that sword for
That was
you. Was supposed to be.
That was for Tyler.
Oh yeah, but didn't somebody else have a short sword they were going to have?
Yeah.
That was you.
That was me.
Okay, so that's done.
Okay, so Dwarven short sword?
What did you guys leave the crypt with? Did you clean it out, or
A bunch of swords.
Gems?
so you broke open all the crypts and took the
Well,
loot?
when broken, I wouldn't say.
Well, I mean, we
didn't
More
break
like
it.
they came to us.
Yeah.
It was a delivery service. These
Yeah.
days.
Okay.
Once the seal on one was broken, the rest began pounding their way out of their own cells.
It's like Pringles. Once you hit one, you can't
Alright.
stop.
And they retreated to the stairway, spilling a cask of oil at the bottom of the stairs so they could get a whole bunch of them early on.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
then
you don't
they
want to
bottled-
waste that oil. It's expensive.
Then they got up topside, and as each of those things was trying to scramble out, they had them bottlenecked, and they took them out 1, 2 at a time,
Okay.
and eventually finished them all
That's
off.
right. I need more oil.
Then
use
they went
oil.
back in for the big gun, for the bigger undead that was
Very reasonable.
down in the deep. They checked the sarcophagus, which was still open, and searched around a bit, and it was hidden just on the far side underneath hidden by the lid that was askew.
Oh, I gotcha.
And it attacked Tyler and started doing some serious damage, and he started swinging at it, and his sword was useless against it. And you had some spells.
I had some spells.
You went down to help, and you got hit a little bit.
I was sweet nothings to it.
And Dunley did, I think, right? Or it swung at you. I don't think
It
did
swung.
you, though.
It swung at me. I didn't. But I was unscathed actually.
But that wasn't so bad. The spells, was it electrifying it, or?
I spoke into its mind.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Tortured its undead brain and destroyed it. But then, while they were searching the sarcophagus for hidden compartments, they did not check for traps. And when they opened it, this noxious gas spread out, and a couple of people missed their saving throws. They were all a little too close to it. That's when 2 of them went down. Well, they panicked at this point, and they dragged people back to town, hoping there was a healer there. They managed to make it across the causeway. 2 people carrying 2 people got back to town, and then they thought, wait a minute, maybe there was something in that compartment that would have helped us. So Sir Dunley valiantly went back on his own,
Heroically, I might add.
gathered up what was there, which was a bunch of gems and 3 vials, 3 metal vials that were sealed.
Did I make you drink one?
Brought them back, used 2 of them to revive 2 of the people, and the third one was inexplicably drank by someone.
I was testing it for poison.
No, you feared you were poisoned, right?
Oh, was it the reason?
He was afraid that maybe there was some residual effect he needed to worry about. So he drank the third. He was actually challenged to do so, which was the oddest thing, really. At the time, I thought,
I'll go shot for shot with
that's
you.
a new way to use up consumables.
Just really thirsty.
It was delicious.
Next potion we find, you get to drink it.
Oh, sure.
He had a touch of indigestion before he drank it, but it was gone.
Oh, good.
And then, because they had been so ill, it was going to be a couple of weeks before they could do anything other than bed rest and maybe go down to the common room for an occasional meal. So the two of them were laid up in their joint chamber, being husband and wife anyway. And these other two goofed around and had dinner with Zubino, I think.
Yep.
And dealt with, they tried to give him way more than he was willing to accept. He said, oh no.
That actually shocked
You've
me.
done so much. And he took a meager 10%.
If that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought for sure the guy was gonna.
He took like nothing.
I thought he was gonna scrape us.
He took
He
like
was as
4 of the
benevolent
swords.
as you'd ever could have hoped. But, think about what you're doing for this guy. There's this whole area across a river that he's never been able to exploit for resources, for his town, for his little border town. He's a count on the edge of a kingdom who's kind of thought of as a backwater noble. And now he's this close to getting just this expanse of resources available to him. The only thing now standing in his way
It's the hobby.
is a harpy, which he hopes you'll continue to deal with for him, because that alone would be enough that
It's never
he
just
could,
one heart.
he could never send people over. Well, if there were going to be two,
It's true.
there was another odd event that you should probably be aware of.
Okay.
The the bandit that you had encountered, the bandit leader that you had captured after the bandit encounter,
The one that got tied up and left at the
that
constable's
one.
office.
yes, was put on trial.
Okay.
And
Put on trial in this town.
yep,
Okay.
Zubino presided over it and ordered his execution.
Carried out via harpy. That may be my doing.
So wait, you guys left him out as bait for the harpy?
Yeah. Didn't work that well. It worked really well, actually. I just wasn't there to exploit it.
All right. So what you're saying is we got to catch another bandit in order to get this harpy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we have a harpy bait right here.
Remember the deal?
I already broke that deal, though.
Yeah.
They made a deal with the harpy.
You guys made a deal with the harpy.
It was a negotiation period of...
So you spoke with the harpy?
Yeah. Went okay.
They
All right, things
offered
got
up.
dark.
They offered up the manacled bandit, and as a tribute, just to get a negotiation started. And she said she would not bother the group, provided that after this visit you never came back.
Yeah. Guess who came back?
And then, of course, he had to run back to get those potions. So she flew back across the swamp, did her little singing thing, and he started wandering around. Led him across the causeway and was leading him around the side of the swamp when he had a moment of
Clarity. All right.
made a second saving throw and shook himself out of it and ran like a
Harpy.
Like Sir Robin.
Flew like a harpy back to town.
yeah.
All right.
He hightailed it back to town at that point. He did not wait around.
Correct.
I'm going to call you Sir Robin from now on.
And the harpy, he seemed hesitant to come with him striking range as well. And I think you did not have a ranged weapon.
I
right?
did, but I wasn't going to throw them because of the family heirloom.
Oh, you had the
I have the
hand
hand
axe. You
axes.
did not have a bow, though.
No. Something I should probably invest in.
It would be wise.
Starting to... Oh, we have a crossbows, don't we, still?
Sure.
I think we
And
still have
that
some
pretty much
crossbows.
brings you up to speed to everything that happened.
Okay. So not to be too mercenary, but what's our status on like gold and stuff? Because some people were running pretty low.
Oh, well, we are no longer running low, my friend.
Well, Cal, who loves having gems on hand rather than coins, cashed in everything that he wasn't entitled to himself with no exchange rate, because he prefers having the gems, so you're kind of doing him a favor. It's more transportable.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't have all the gems, because I still have, I think, 5 gems myself.
Right, some of you kept some of the gems, but he was kind enough to switch it out for those who wanted to, for anybody who wanted to. You wound up with 300 in coins and or gems, however you want to divide it up, is fine by me. There were 10s and 50 gold piece gems in there.
I am a merciful God.
So do as you will and jot it down, and just know I'll be asking you again when you're sleeping and the bandits come back.
So can I take it as platinum? Just write 30 platinum?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got that kind of coinage around that he could do it.
Now he just looks rich. I'm not going to get robbed. You're like, oh, he has platinum. He's the rich one out of the group.
Oh, can you hear platinum in a bag? Really? Does this sound different than copper?
No, but they're going to go. They're going to go
person,
through it.
yes.
The discerning ears and
You guys make me feel pretentious. Same question.
you can't be as pretentious as Zubino, who calls his Mott and Bailey structure a keep.
Yes.
The Great Keep. Come join us at the Great Keep for dinner, he said.
I'll join him at the house. Don't worry.
Wooden. It's like a longhouse with a tower on one end,
I
right?
mean, he really likes his keep.
It means it's a church.
He does.
And he built it himself, apparently.
His family did.
It's a barn house.
It's got a turret, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a barn house.
But you'll note those walls don't actually have gates. I mean, they're defensible. You can block them off with carts and
It's a
such
choke
if
point.
there's ever a... Yep, exactly.
Oh, I know it actually is the perfect thing for my character.
But they're not worried about any kind of large-scale invasion or anything. It is a civilized...
Does the smithy in town sell javelins?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're
It's a
pretty
sharp
simple
stick.
to make.
It's a
You can
sharp.
certainly-
It is a weighted sharp stick. Thank you very much. I'm going to buy 6 of those.
6 javelins.
Yep.
Okay, let's
3 copper or 3 gold.
3 copper.
keep them in the cart, because that's a lot to carry, and it's not like you're going to be walking around with 6 javelins.
Yeah, I'm going to keep all but like 2 of them in the cart. Then I'll string up the other ones with leftover rope over my back.
Because we can go down to a pool hall right now and just see if you can carry around 6 pool cues for a half hour without
If you
tripping over them and dropping them left and right.
Just give me a backpack. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly. I'll be the cube master.
The cue master. Good times, good times.
I brought one of these pencils.
Any other questions? You a sharpener?
Yes, thank you.
Those aren't actually pencils; they're erasers. That's what I got them for. I have a pencil, but I'm using.
I have one with me.
I have a pencil and I have erasers.
I just don't want to make a mess. Thanks. I actually
You might want to keep the eraser end of that one. I have the pencil bit of the
That's
eraser
fine.
pencil combo.
I usually keep my pencil sharpener in a plastic bag just for that reason. Hate making a mess.
As seen on eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are pretty cool, I think.
Did I?
Perfect
I
size.
didn't buy one, did I? I
Not
thought I
that
bought
we're
a chest,
big on
but
miniatures
I
here
don't think I
anyway,
actually
but
bought one.
No, you didn't.
maybe from time to time we'll bust them out for certain things.
All right. I lived long enough.
Oh, that's right. Nice.
I'm gonna make a notepad document that's
You already
just,
got figures.
we got
You
what?
already got figures.
Yes.
I don't need anything else.
Hey, what's the name of the channel?
Mark_CMG.
What category is it in?
I don't
maybe
know.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Just type in twitch.tv/MarkCMG. I don't believe anybody bothers with that.
Making
I should actually write in
a
this
notepad.
stuff.
That's
Stream
just
to
Yeah,
no
role
extra
playing.
items.
They're on a Roku, so they need to find it.
All right, hold on. Dungeons.
Oh boy, yep.
Who's
It's
that?
starting to get people now.
Hey, my kids.
Oh, cool. Keep it clean, guys.
They watch Twitch. They watch people play video games and stuff. So
Nice.
I just sent them a note. And I said, I think
Well,
that's
this will
what-
bore the hell out of them.
Yeah, this will fix that.
Twitch is stupid.
Well, let's not
There we go.
isolate ourselves from the Twitch community there, you know.
Yes, I mean they can hear you guys say that right now. Live.
The whole
Not for
one
another
viewer.
15 seconds.
That's right. I take it back. I take it back.
All right, it should be under the category Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes. Dungeons and Dragons.
Do you have our
Dragons.
keep
Imagine
calm
like a
break
dragon.
screen?
No, we're live.
I mean, you have
I
that
know
though
I'm
for
doing
I
if we
have
a
ever
big
take
like
a break.
two.
Yeah,
I can think of so many ideas for this wagon. Let's go siege a castle.
yeah, we'll just.
I know
put
where
a-
there's one that's almost a castle.
I've heard it's called a keep.
I'm not sure how we would siege it though.
We're gonna put a scorpion in the back of the wagon.
Oh,
Well, first you poison the well.
That's always step one.
that's always
Wells.
step one.
Then you torch the farmland, and since the walls are wooden, they'll also go on
And you
fire.
burn your bridges.
That's right.
We don't have to worry, we got the boatman paid off.
We got the boatman paid off. He won't say anything.
Oh, he's a dead man anyway, isn't he?
He works for us.
Maybe.
So we're gonna what's the plan there? Are we?
All right, I need a. I'm
That's
gonna,
the question.
I mean, I'm
What
sure the
next?
ball bearings would be really useful against a harpy.
I have nets for the harpy.
So I think I'm an elf. Who else? Is it you? You're elf,
Yeah, us
right?
3-year-olds.
Okay. So we can be charmed. So
We
we're
can
good.
be charmed.
No.
We get advantage against resistant charm.
Yeah.
At least the men. I think females are immune to harpies in particular. But I'm not going to look into DMG to confirm
Advantage on charm saves.
that. I'm just going to
and
assume.
immune to sleep magic. You're right.
I'm just going to assume, Mark.
Advantage.
Yes.
I can make you go to sleep.
Always
and
smart
knock you
to
out.
assume.
Yes.
Never hurt anybody to
No.
just assume.
I'm gonna go look
Of
and see what
course not.
humans have advantage against.
I mean, looking at the monster manual would be cheating, right?
I got jokes.
Oh yeah. So
Well,
I'm cheating right now.
I must assume.
Jokes for days.
I mean, we got wax. We got wax in our ears.
All right. And what about the lizard people living
Lizard people.
under the lake? Remember the
I actually
lizard?
don't remember if you ever told us.
When I came back, yeah, from being a fish.
We need to go kill them immediately.
We never told them any of that, did we?
I mean, there could be millions of them down there.
There
I
could
don't
be.
even remember.
There could be a long labyrinth. I mean, there is something living there which suggests permanence and volume. So,
But we gotta kill the harpy first.
Yes.
we could bait the harpy
With
with
a
a
lizard.
lizard.
I like where you're
I
going
wonder
with
if
this.
she's ever eaten a lizard before.
I bring you a delicacy.
Yes.
Scales.
Something you've never had before.
Okay, so options. Lizard people somehow hunting this harpy.
I mean, I just have to show. We have to show up again, and she'll come and probably hunt us.
Yeah.
Not exactly happy with
I
us
don't
right
think the
now.
harpy will come at us like 4 versus 1. Like, They're smart. They're intelligent, right? They're not. Obviously, you tried to negotiate with it.
Bird brain.
I mean, if they won't attack people when they're alone, they're pretty safe anyway. I assume that what she would do is try and charm somebody from far away.
I think so too, and then lead them into danger and then clean the scraps.
Yeah.
It's just a group I don't think they would do, and elves are more difficult to do. I think
I don't see why you couldn't track a harpy.
Because they fly. It's like tracking a bird, right?
Doesn't seem impossible.
All right. I don't know your skill level, but it's probably
they got
mine.
shit somewhere.
What, to track a harpy?
To track a bird.
No. Their wing beats go that way.
Yeah, the shadow is clearly passed by.
That's left a trail. Just a trail of feathers and laying all over the place.
Blood droplets.
Yeah. I mean, you can track a dragon to its lair. Why not a harpy?
Because, well...
If by track you mean I've watched the dragon fly through the sky to its lair, sure.
Well, you saw where the harpy went, right?
Yes, kind of.
All
I have
right,
a general idea of where it is.
what does it spell
where
you?
it went.
But, well, okay. Okay, so it sounds like we want to get the harpy.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm actually going to bring 3 javelins, and I'm going to use one as a walking stick.
if we're not going to get the harpy, we
You
should
can
probably
carry
leave
2
town.
if we use one as a walking
So let's
stick.
go get the harpy.
Kill the harpy, kill the
And we're
harpy.
killing the harpy because adventure?
We're
because
killing the
the,
harpy because Count Zebanu wants us to kill it so he can use the resources of the area
Yeah.
without danger to the workers.
Okay.
He basically wants to colonize the other side of the lake.
And so this will help him make that move.
Yeah, he believes that harpy is the last obstacle in his way. We know better, but he'll pay us more if he doesn't know that, right?
We come back from killing the harpy. By the way, did you know there's more of a threat?
And then, but I think the larger problem then will be what lives under the swamp, right? And that,
Right. You know, I don't think anyone told you also we have the stone tablet that none of us can read.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That was
kinda
also in the sarcophagus.
But
You
yeah,
can read one word on it. You read Dorothy.
I can just cast Comprehend Languages and read it, but let's kill the harpy.
Yeah, why advance the storyline? Let's find the harpy.
Plot.
But yeah, like, do we need any more equipment? I feel happy with just the nets.
I'm not naked, so I'm good.
I've upgraded my bow. I'm good.
I'm not
Should I bring the sledgehammer again?
so I'm
Good.
good.
Bringing a sledgehammer.
You have to wear wax in your ears because you're up to the
Yes, I'm going to do that. I have candles, actually, so I have
Don't
sealing
light
wax.
them.
Don't like
Why do
them.
you have silly?
Sealing.
Oh, sealing wax.
Yes,
That's the
for
silly
letters.
wax. I'm like,
For letters.
So you're saying you're going to ear candle?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
And if we get into danger, I'll just play my bagpipes, and you should still hear it through the wax.
That works.
All right. So,
Just drowned him out.
Yeah.
all right. I guess we're going to head across the river and find a harpy.
Yeah.
To the ferryman.
Yep.
Care to pay our way?
We don't have to anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
paid him off for like a year, right? Like it's about a year.
All right.
Tyler paid him off for a
Dozens
shit ton.
upon dozens upon dozens of trips have been paid for in advance.
Yeah. But
All right. Ferryman.
Yes. Durain is his name.
Doreen, I should.
He's
Train the ferryman.
Durain.
All right.
I mean, Burl there,
Whatever.
He's obviously the son of the
Mark's starting to wish he
there.
named him Drain.
But
He did. He did.
he is
Good Sir Ferryman, do you happen to know anything about the harpy that lives across the lake? Have you seen it any place? Have you seen it before?
Oh, I'm aware of it. I have seen it in the night sky from time to time. Every now and then it comes close to the town. I think they're cowards at heart.
I think so too.
They will
What?
try to pick on a straggler or a lone individual, but I've never seen them when lumbermen go across to fell trees and bring them back. They set watches, and just by being vigilant, they've never had any trouble with harpy. Although, again,
Have you only ever seen just the one harpy?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, let's be not vigilant and use him as bait. Sir Gawain, or wait, what's your
Sir Robin.
Sir Robin.
Sir Dunley.
So Dunley of
He says it every 5 minutes.
I know,
You gotta
I know.
what it is.
I am Sir Dunley of the House Dunley of West Burnell.
He is too.
Just keep telling yourself it's Sir Dunley.
But it's true.
Very true.
That's right.
All right,
That's
Robin.
right.
That's right.
Starting to question myself all of a sudden.
Sir Dudley.
Am I real?
Whenever elves agree with you, there's a problem.
Yeah. Something must be going amiss here. These lesser beings are agreeing with me.
What time of day are you going? It's an early question. You can go whenever you want.
We should go
right?
midday.
Yeah, let's just first thing in the morning and kick off.
Why not? First thing I like morning.
Yeah.
Soon after dawn.
Yeah.
A quick breakfast. Then off you go.
Yeah.
So 7, 8 o'clock in the morning.
And then are you okay with this plan somewhere we'll set up and you'll be bait and
Yep.
we'll
I can do that.
She's already been. Her appetite was whetted 2 weeks prior to his smell and his flesh. So
Perfect.
I have a royal flavor about me.
Of course you do.
Absolutely.
he is literally the one that got
royal
away.
jelly. All right. Well, I guess
Across the river, through the woods, over by the swamp.
sounds good. I guess let's go to the thing too, and then if everything gets really boring, we'll go
The way that I
Hustle across the causeway then?
So go to the monastery area.
I mean,
And
you
then-
could round the swamp over to where that tree was.
there's a tree.
The tree
Remember
that
there
the
was
harpy
tree where the
perches on.
harpy,
We keep seeing the harpy
an
sitting on
old
this tree.
dead tree that the harpy seems to
Tyler
frequent.
has sworn to burn this tree down, though. So is it still there, Mark?
It's still there.
We
He
should
never-
burn it down
he
in his
never
honor.
burned it down.
Let's burn it down in his honor.
He never made good on that oath.
Yeah, we should go there because we can see.
You don't have to. I'm
Just
just saying.
whatever you
it's,
guys say.
You know, just remind.
Because
me
I kind of got when I was enamored by the harpy, I was walked that way. So
This is true. She seemed to be luring him around the swamp toward that area.
Standard operating procedure for me too. I have 10 berries left over from last night.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, let's find this harpy. So we just walk around the swamp?
That's the plan then. Wander around the swamp to the other side, around where the tree is.
I will take a 20-foot lead,
Sure.
whistling aimlessly.
When you are at the beginning of the causeway, you do indeed see the harpy over at the tree.
I want to wave in the direction of the harpy.
And as you begin to round the swamp toward it, it flies up in the air and retreats back further into the wood away from the swamp.
We can just burn down the tree. Make progress. The harpy likes the tree.
Yep.
So
This
that's
is like the only tree by the swamp?
No, there are other trees, but this one is particularly gnarled and it's dead. And it's disgusting. Maybe it's
It's a harpy tree.
she seems to like it.
So if
Perhaps because she can perch in it fairly high up and not have any foliage obscuring her view of the island.
So we're not going to be able to chase this harpy down. And if we do chase it, best case scenario is we won't catch it. Worst case scenario is it will lead us into some kind of trap.
And then we kill the trap.
Okay, that's the second least worst scenario.
Look, I'm seeing 100% outcome of us winning here.
Yeah, but the point, we want to catch the harpy. Winning is catching the harpy, and if we chase it, if it's running away, we're not going to catch it. So,
Flying away.
yeah,
What if
Can you turn into a flying fish?
would the
yes, I can.
would the animals here know where the harpy's lair is?
They might. We can talk to some.
Let's find your lizard friend.
But you have to have an animal that ranges, right? Not an animal that lives on an island.
It's like squirrels?
Alligators. Squirrels in the swamp? I don't know.
In the forest around the forest.
Sure. Yeah, if we can find one, I'll talk to it.
There are all manner of birds as well, right?
Yeah, it's birds.
Right. So, should we look for a bird?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Let's
go bird
a
watching.
non-migratory, local living bird.
Some sort of any particular type?
One with wings.
Ooh, you find a fairly large bird, so let's say it's a crow.
Oh, awesome.
Crows are good.
Crows are cool. All right, spell time, right? Speak with animals.
Pawing away in a tree above where you've been rounding the swamp before you had your second thoughts.
All right, so let's try
Who's
this.
in the lead, by the way?
Yeah.
Always you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So definitely always
Who's
leads
bringing
the
up the
way.
rear?
Probably the fishman.
The fishman?
Yes.
Or, who's? Yeah, I'll be in the back.
Yeah, I'm in the
And
back.
then you two are sort of in the center.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be more. I want to
Side
throw,
by
like.
side, kind of in a diamond shape, the four of you.
Sure. Could we see, like, some of my rations, like a piece of meat I can throw at the crow?
You have some rations and stuff, I suppose. You
Yeah.
probably have some dried meat
Sure.
of some kind.
All right.
Some
Crow
maybe
friend.
salted fish.
Yes, some sausage fish. Perfect.
I don't know where we got there. Had a couple of
We're
barrels.
so
but
far away from the ocean. But,
I know where they can get some good
yeah.
stuff.
You know, you can fry it.
Turns out.
Just have to desalinate it.
Yeah.
Soak it in water for an hour and pull it out and fry it. Anyway,
Okay. Friend Crow.
how close does it need to be?
It says.
What is this? What's it called? Animal friendship? No.
I think it's just communication. You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at a minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you at the GM's discretion.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 minutes.
Fine, yeah, sure. It's
Friend Crow,
hmm.
do you know the harpy big bird that lives in this tree or visits the tree?
Cocks its head, looks over its shoulder back in the direction of that tree and nods back at you.
Do you know where it lives, where it sleeps?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you?
Deeper into beyond the tree, there are some rises, and there's a cave.
There's a cave back there. Could you tell us what direction or give us directions as the crow flies to the cave?
Straight away from the island, beyond that tree, maybe a couple of 100 feet.
Hundreds of feet. Wow. Okay, so not far at all.
Not far at all.
All right, and that's over water, right?
No. So
'Cause it's a swamp, so I assume there'd be water
yeah.
there.
So let's say this table's the swamp.
Okay.
And this is the island, and this is the causeway,
Mhm.
this is the woods around, and here's the tree, and it's a couple 100 feet past the tree, away from the swamp, where he says the cave is.
Oh. All right, I'm going to pass that information on to everybody. Anybody have any questions for the bird before I lose my ability to talk?
Is there any more than just the one?
Yeah.
Is there more than just the one harpy or just
I've never seen more than one.
What about lizard people? Have you ever seen lizard people in the area? Or people with tails?
Lizard people? No.
Is there anything in the dark we should be aware of at night?
Whew.
The terrors.
Well, I watch out for cats. There are some pretty sizable. We're not talking like cats from the town. I've been to town. Nice little town. They drop a lot of food. They leave stuff laying around too. Shiny things. Pretty cool. But all I'm saying is much easier pickings over there.
All right.
Still, watch out for cats.
All right.
You know, we're not far from the mountains.
Yeah? What's in the mountains?
In the hills, and There are cats, bigger cats up in the hills.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for those cats.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, watch out for cats, my friend.
Good for you.
All right.
No, a little fishy.
Yeah, well, I like my fish.
Well, something for the effort?
Do I have anything? Sure.
Yeah, where's your
Have a berry.
That's good.
Yeah, it is. It's a good
It was
berry.
kind of sour at first, but
And it gets good.
Sour.
it fills you up.
There are
Yeah.
so
Makes
many
you feel
puns.
strong.
Yeah.
A lot. Spell wears off.
All right.
It looks at you kind of perplexed, and then it flies away.
How did I learn? How did I stop knowing how to speak?
Yes.
Alright, so that's good. There's only one of them, which is
Onward!
Well, let us wait until we're sure the harpy is asleep. We do not want to see us coming.
I have an idea. We don't know how big the cave entrance is, because I have 4 nets with me right now. We could cover the
I have
cave.
2.
We could cover the cave entrance in nets.
Let's find out.
Once you guys make a plan, I'm going to take 5. And actually, if we're lucky,
Tyler will be
I
here by
will be
the.
here before you finish making a plan.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
Because
gonna
we
call my
could-
son back.
Put us on break.
All right, we'll go on break.
All right. So we'd like to sneak through the woods as sneakily as we can be, and try to find this cave.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, she had some idea you were coming, so you know that much.
Right.
But you find you get closer to the tree. Flinty there should make a perception check.
Oh, it's actually pretty good. Perception, you say? That's a 12.
Well, you're only halfway up to your knees in muck when you realize
It's not muck.
the leaf-strewn ground around here was hiding a extension of the swamp, a sort of boggy area that your now boots are well planted within.
Am I stuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have that block and tackle?
Yeah.
might be required.
No, I think this is perfect.
Okay.
You make excellent bait. All we have to do is lead you there.
At this point, that I realize they're stuck and my companions aren't exactly going to help. I'm going to take the 3 javelins I have with me. I'm going to start sticking them into the muck around me, pointing upwards.
Okay.
I'm going to sit there and go like this.
This is unnecessarily cruel. He's only human. Get out.
I mean, my block
No,
attack.
I will be bait. It's fine.
We can throw the rope later.
Well, you sunk now past the knees.
All right, I think you should help me out here. This is not going very well.
Fine. So I'm guessing my elven spryness, I can walk right over this without any problems, right?
You could try.
Jesus, magical as shit.
You know, that's a trap right there. I don't need to cast detect traps to know that's a trap.
Only it had the legendary light clutches.
All right, so I have the block and tackle. What would we hook it to pull?
Oh, we had a grappling hook and he's wearing armor.
There are any number of trees around here.
Yeah, but we got to walk to them. I thought he was walking towards the tree.
Well, that one tree, but there's woods
others.
all around. There's
right.
other trees.
So why don't we just throw him a rope?
I will try to catch the rope.
Just don't fumble.
Don't roll one.
I did not fumble.
You catch the rope.
Right.
Using the block and tackle to haul him away from the.
I don't think we really need the block and tackle. We'll just.
I'm gonna try to grab
away from.
hold my javelins under my arm as I'm pushing.
Though it's funny to think about using the block and tackle.
It is.
Not that heavy.
You come out of your boots. Now, roll percentage dice twice. Don't roll below 35 either time.
Yep. Well, the first time I rolled below it.
Okay, you've also lost one of your socks.
Oh, no. We can't continue like this.
Yes, we can.
No. I am not properly attired for combat.
You're finally embroidered and
Well, you can go
monogrammed
stand
socks.
again in those 2 holes, and you'll be just fine.
Yeah.
You put your boots right back on by jumping back into the...
Well, but then I'll sink. Unfortunate. No. I'll stand here.
You can die with your boots on.
One barefoot, one socked foot.
No. I will die with dignity. With one sock remaining.
At least leave your gold here.
No!
Come on, Sir Tumblr.
No, I'm not leaving my gold here.
It's only a sock.
I'll buy a new sock.
You can buy a
Hey, do
climbing
it.
boots now.
What do I...
Reinforced leather climbing boots.
It's true. Could buy those. I don't have anything I could make makeshift boots out of now either.
No.
Unless I tore my backpack apart and then I just have all this shit laying on
You
the
have
ground.
a set of fine clothes.
Not with me.
I don't think it fit in my slippers.
We just gotta dig his boots out.
Yeah.
All right.
I require my boots for combat.
Okay. So, I guess... Oh, I got this. You...
Scrape away some of the brush
Yeah,
so you
so...
can get closer and see
Yeah.
if you can get at the boots.
You transform into an alligator and then go get the boots.
We should roll a perception
I
check.
can't do an alligator. I should roll for
Sure.
All right.
You have a spear or something long, or
Using perception?
no? I'm just asking if you. Have.
9. I do. I have a trident. Remember?
Oh, right. You tried it. Yeah, that's a good. It's almost like a rake.
yeah.
You're raking away the
Trying to get the
leaves
boots
and the
out. Yeah. So that would be a 9.
grass and stuff. Yeah. A few minutes go by, and you start to realize, boy, it seems like there's an awful lot of muck around this tree. It's almost as if the ground has been tended in such a way as to allow the swamp to creep out around this tree perch that this harpy was using so as to create a sort of a muck
Trap.
moat.
Yeah.
Right. Am I able to get his boots?
He was decently far enough in.
That's good.
I think you might have
tied a rope around yourself and sort of laid down. And what's your strength?
What's my strength?
Mhm.
14.
Oh, you're pretty strong. It could take a little while, but after a good 10 minutes of reaching and yanking and using the trident to pry and stuff, you managed to get one of the boots loose. Roll a 6-sider. Odd is good for you.
1.
You managed to get the boot that had the sock in it.
Oh, good. We're making progress. Keep it up, fellow.
The other boot is still underneath.
This next one's going to cost you 20 gold.
Worth it.
All right. We're going back for the other boot now.
Give it another 10, 15 minutes and you get the other boot extricated from the muck.
Okay.
And that's when the song begins. From off in the woods.
Your boot's stinky.
Everybody needs to make a saving throw.
And this is a charm, right?
Yeah, I think it's wisdom, right? And elves have advantage, so they get to roll 2 dice, huh? Is that how that works?
That's a 19.
13.
Number 12.
So you come to my
14 plus. And then what am I doing? Wisdom?
Yeah.
Well, you roll and add your wisdom bonus.
So 20 total.
Okay, so 19, 12. So what about Sir Dunley?
13.
Okay, well, you actually all make it. but you do hear the song, and she is singing kind of melodiously.
Can I see where she's singing from?
It sounds back off in the woods in that direction the crow had suggested you go once you reach the tree, so...
Should we act like we're
So,
charmed
back to
and
where you
start
believe
walking
in
towards
I,
this?
I get it that our plan is to like trap the harpy, but this harpy is a conniving old bird. Like clearly, it's set up this tree with a trap. There can't be any doubt that its lair itself is also trapped.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
We should. Well, we should. Yeah. All right.
We should act like we're just slowly meandering to her voice.
I don't. Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'll do that.
To my lair so that I
If we
may
act like it, then
feast.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna walk towards her voice like it's like I'm actually charmed. Since I know how it was, I'm going to.
Pretty.
Your feet looked delicious, they did.
Talking about my feet.
certainly.
Ugh. All right.
I was pleased to have you return and come back to my lair.
Okay, all right. the trap has been
Along with your
set.
plans.
So you avoid what's left of the muck and head off into the woods toward where the singing is emanating.
Sounds like our
And
next
you're just kind of
worst
stumbling along, sort of semi-smiling and looking goofy.
Yeah.
As you get further along, you see some larger trees with branches that are a good 20 feet high, and that's where you see her up and perched up on a tree where she can sing and have her voice project down toward where you were.
How high up is she?
You are my pretty. It's about 20 feet up.
Within range.
I was thinking about
It's
something
hard
in
to near the swamp. You'll want to disrobe and move your armor and clothes.
It's not enough. 15 is the line.
Okay. I'm going to start taking off my leather.
I'm not.
Back to the harpy. I'm using my friend's cantrip. And I say,
It's a barn off.
Found harpy, I've grown so weary, walking all this way.
God, I wish it was within range.
Please come down and
Top of my
help us.
I'm just glad we didn't encounter the
Should've read that.
rapping harpy. Right? Or the country western harpy.
The end of the first sentence probably.
Doesn't that work the way I think it does? Yeah. Oh, it isn't hostile. Is it hostile? Okay.
Oh, it wants to eat you.
All right.
I think that's the very definition of hostile.
It seems very hostile.
Can I still make a deception check?
Sure.
I roll a 20, not natural 20.
Okay. Deception to pretend like you're under its.
Yeah, I'm asking for it. It's come to us now and be us here.
Let's hear how that is. What is it exactly you're saying to
That
her?
we're tired and it's a long way to your lair and come eat us now. We're safe in the woods.
Finish disrobing and that will be the time. Lay your weapons aside.
At that moment, I want to pull out a javelin and throw it at the harpy.
Let's roll initiative.
I was
I was like, I'm not doing
Come on,
this.
I got a spell. It does like a lot of damage.
I don't actually do that.
You weren't reacting fast enough. I didn't want to take all my stuff. Fuck. This harpy's gonna go first.
That doesn't sound like a good roll.
6.
Oh, okay.
I got a 6 as well.
I have an 18.
17.
Oh,
Plus,
good.
is there a plus to that? Oh, I have 22.
So even as he's pulling out the javelin, you get a chance to react first, Jason.
All right, let's do this. Moonbeam.
Jesus Christ.
Good old moon.
No, fuck you, Harvey.
Alright, here we go. It says, silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius in a 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. So, Harpy, when the creature enters the spell's area for the first turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain. It must make a Constitution save. Blah, blah, blah.
Roll that damage. 2d10 radiant damage.
Okay. 9. Plus, is there a modifier? Or no? I guess not.
No, it gets a mod to its save, though, right?
I don't know.
So 9, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Well, it sears it. Even if it saves, it's taking some damage, right?
Yep.
So you see it, its skin covered in this ghostly light, and it begins to smoke. You're liars!
Oh, we're the liars.
Chicken's on, boys.
You're next.
I'm next.
I think you winged it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll shoot it with the longbow.
I think I'm going the leg. Going the leg.
16 to hit.
Right, 16. That will easily hit this.
For 9 damage.
It's virtually naked.
So that, and then bonus action, I'll do Bardic Inspiration to Sir Dudley. Now's your chance. Throw it. Do it. I believe in you.
Yeah, Harpy probably goes.
And then-
we go? Nice.
And then I'm gonna go try to take cover.
Well, it is taking wing even as you're
Maybe I can pull it.
throwing the javelin.
Okay. What is your thing?
And what are you doing at the
So
same
you-
time?
You can
I'm
you
gonna
roll
sleep
you roll the
after-
d20, and if it's low, you can add a
Sleep?
d6.
Okay.
It says
To that or
creature
damage.
using charm.
Yeah, to that.
Spell.
Or if you want, you can add it to your damage roll if it's
Okay.
good. Or if you're being
Page
attacked,
276.
you can roll it to add to your AC.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I fumbled. Oh wait. That's a fumble. It
Roll
doesn't matter.
5d8.
I fumbled. I got a crit fail.
You had one job.
I know.
At least you still have it, so you can still use it for like.
For now.
Actually, in the last month, you've had 2 jobs.
That's that is true.
23.
23, huh? Okay. Well, what is the
That's a lot of dice.
what is the hit? Did you hit? What'd you roll?
23.
Dunley, sorry.
Oh, I crit. I nat one.
Oh, that wasn't. I thought you were
no,
joking because
I-
you fell
no.
on the floor.
No. I fumbled. I fumbled.
Okay. So fumble in both ways, meta and not. In game and out.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
No.
23, huh?
Yeah.
It's because you don't have your lucky boots
Probably
on.
can beat that.
No, I didn't get a chance to put them on yet.
Maybe it's a sock.
Could be the
It's
lucky
like
sock.
Hercules. You thought your sock was powerless.
Maybe just put the other sock on that.
Lowest current.
Mhm.
Well, this thing's wings fold up and it
Wow.
plummets from the tree, even as it was trying to take wing.
What'd you do?
I put it to sleep. Oh,
All right,
Falls
it's on
to the
fire.
ground.
I think it
Does
hits
it-
the ground.
Does it continue to?
Yeah.
Unless it
I don't
leaves
know. A
the
silvery-
beam.
A silvery beam of pale light shines down. Yeah.
Can you redirect it, or
I
once the beam
can
is
move
where
the
it
beam.
is?
No, I can move the
We
beam.
moved the
Okay.
beam.
Well,
No way! I'm cooking this thing.
well, no, it falls out of the. It would have to leave the tree and the branch, so it would be 5 feet at least away from where the beam is centered.
All right.
So you would have to move the beam to hit it again.
Right.
But
Right,
because
right.
it has fallen to the ground,
It would wake up when it hits the ground, then, wouldn't it?
yeah, but that's its round. So it's a new
Okay.
round, and it's your turn. So you can,
Yeah, I'm
now it has to make a save again.
And then I roll again for damage then?
You should, yeah. I think.
Here we go.
All right, 18.
18.
Yep.
Oh, that hurts big time. Oh,
Cook that chicken.
yeah.
Wow.
It fell 20 feet. I got to do falling damage. It kills it.
Why?
You actually killed the harpy.
Sorry.
They got it down with their first 2 hits to 21 points of
That
damage,
was close.
which just barely was in your range for putting it to sleep.
Yeah.
It fell from the tree,
You couldn't even.
took 4 points,
It's a warning
bringing it
shot.
down to
It was
17,
a warning shot.
and then you did 18 points, just barely killing this thing.
Wow.
It's crumpled on the ground, and it's no longer singing.
All right.
It actually looks more attractive now. Dead.
Oh.
Of course.
Okay.
So
So
the features of restful.
let's find its lair and get its loot, but there's going to be traps.
It's a tarp.
It's a tarp.
do you want
let's send
to-
Shoeless Joe.
Wait. I would like to put my socks and boots back on.
Who wouldn't?
Well,
Is that your lucky sock now?
Probably.
Look at the one that was. The one that was
The one
in
that smells the worst is your lucky sock.
Yep. We're going to have to get these boots and socks clean when we get back to town.
Absolutely.
Just run along the river. You'll be fine.
As we go across the
Yeah, we
bridge.
gotta go. We gotta get some stuff.
okay, so we should take the harpy back to let him know it's dead. I don't know. We want to bring
Just
a head or a
just
claw.
bring the head
Let's just bring the
back.
head.
Or
I got this.
I mean,
Also
it would be
hatchet.
human heads, so why don't we bring
Yeah.
his claw so they know we just killed some poor lady?
or its arm.
Don't they have like the big bird feet things?
They have talons on their hands, the end of their arms, and on their feet, and wings, of course. And their head is rather demon-esque.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
pointy ears,
bring the
sharp
Yeah,
teeth,
we'll bring the head.
We'll bring the head.
disgusting. Anybody who's seen this thing, and several people in town have seen this thing on
Would know
occasion.
that it's
So they would recognize whatever you bring back as part of the harpy. On the other hand, it's fairly light. I mean, you got to figure, first off, it's spindly and it flies, so it's got to be pretty light just to be able to be airborne when it needs to be and wants to be.
I mean, this thing's gonna attract predators, especially
Yeah,
if
we'll take the head.
a trophy.
Yeah. I mean,
As
I mean, you're only 100 feet from where you suspect the lair was, according to the crow,
Yeah.
so you could just drag it with you and then drag it back.
I'm not saying let's take that and then come back later. Let's just go find the lair. Let's make this one trip.
mhm.
It was a good day.
Good day.
Good thing.
Yeah, hopefully.
Got my
it'll
boots
be a
back.
good day. We'll see. We still
We
have
killed a
was a good
harpy
plan.
and you worried about your boots.
Yeah.
This is going to make some
Plan
great
worked out
material.
well. Well, you go further along. You said you were searching for traps when you got close. You do see an area where there's a bit of a rise and some fallen trees that almost hide what is a
I will go ahead and
cave.
I will.
And that's a generous description of what is basically a hole in the ground. But there is a smell here. There are bones and half-rotted flesh on bones and offal and entrails. And this thing is one of those things that just doesn't care if it craps where it lives.
I have vine traps, and I would like to use it.
Okay, good.
Okay. It says, I sense the presence of any trap within range that is within line of sight. A trap, for the purpose of the spell, includes anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect I would consider harmful or undesirable, which was specifically intended as such by its creator. So, like,
Certainly. And you
so
do
a
find
muck bog
something.
wouldn't, unless it was specifically built. You know what I mean?
This one would have tripped that spell. It definitely looks like this thing must have spent time clawing at the ground to create this sort of bog around its tree. But when you get to the lair, like I said, there are fallen trees that kind of obscure a hole in the ground, which is sort of a cave where this thing obviously nests. There is definitely a vine stretched around the outside of this thing that looks like it triggers a deadfall, that if you had just headed straight into this thing to look for treasure would have been tripped and a bunch of heavy logs would have fallen down and probably harmed you in some way, injured you, maybe even trapped you within, and that's not good.
Okay.
But there are plenty of bones and disgusting
Things to dig through to look for.
but there are a lot of, you can see glints and shiny things.
All right.
There's definitely coinage, and it
You
appears
don't
like
see
there
any
might be
traps
some
inside of the actual
gems.
cave.
Plug your nose and dive in. Yeah.
Who's doing the diving? You? All right. Well, give me a Constitution save.
Oh, really that good? Huh?
Yeah, it's pretty wretched.
I'll hold the lantern for you guys.
I have 17 plus 2, so 19.
Okay. Well, you resist the urge to, retch.
This is worse than his boots.
My boots smell lovely. It smells of royalty and nobility.
Lovelier now that they're covered in muck.
And then, so I get inside of there. I'm gonna pick up the bones and dig through the brush and try to find the bottom.
It's not brush. I mean, it's crap, and it's literally
Have fun.
fecal matter and hair and bones and rotting flesh.
You seem to be in a
Using
shitty
the-
You can use the
situation.
trident and dig
Yep.
through it and kind of scoop it out of the.
Yep.
Yeah.
Try to rake it out of the way as much as I can,
You're going to be at it for a couple hours digging this thing out if you want to get the lion's share of what's in there.
Are we in a rush?
Nope.
No.
3, you standing guard then and keeping an eye out on things and maybe binding up the harpy's wings and stuff so it's easier to carry back when you want to return to
That's
town.
fine.
That's fine. Yeah, if you want to.
You make a little litter for it, right?
Yeah.
A couple of trees and some branches and stuff, and make it easier to carry back. In the meantime, and there are goofy things in here. There are shiny buckles and belt buckles and bootstrap buckles and things like that have been shined up. So those things aren't completely covered, but lots of the coins and such are. But there's a good 300 in coins and small gems and such dug within this thing. I mean, who knows how long this creature has been here and how much of this stuff was in the ruins of the monastery at one time. Probably, you would guess by some of the coins and such.
Or are the coins suggestive of water, primordial stuff?
Suggestive of dwarves.
Suggestive of dwarves.
Yeah, so,
In the
but
real,
it
we
stands
know
to reason it
dwarf
was a
land
dwarven
here.
monastery.
Yeah, you should cast effect magic.
Okay. We'll fire up the detect magic.
Okay, 10 minutes of the ritual.
Yeah,
Make it sound like you have a generator you have to fire up for it.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like, I don't have very many, it's utility magic, right?
Yeah, you never know.
Alright, yep, detect magic's on my list, so we'll fire that up.
Deep within.
I found it.
I feel like he's just got a
Find
generator.
a couple of rings that are definitely magical.
Oh. By a couple, you mean 17?
Or rings you didn't have.
20.
A couple of metal vials,
You want to try one?
obviously with potions.
We didn't agree. You get the next one.
I never agreed to it. So.
It's only fair.
And the buckle, which when you grab it and pull it out, reveals that it's part of a belt.
That's also magic?
Yes.
Right.
So belt, 2 potions, 2 rings.
Wow. Alright. How in this system do we identify magic? All right. So we're done digging in the muck and digging in the cave?
Yeah.
All right, and then should we take a little rest under this fine tree right here? And
I'd rather get somewhere else. The smells getting to me.
Doesn't really take that long to get back to town.
Yeah, let's go back to town.
all right,
I don't want to fight back yes.
I'll wash off a little bit on the way.
Okay.
10 feet tall.
10 feet tall, 5 legs, 25 claws,
14 tails.
30 heads.
Hey, that crow told us about the cats, man.
Yeah.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's all fun and games till you find out why.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good haul, I gotta say. 2 rings and a belt.
It's amazing. Huh?
And 2 vials of.
Even if they're like rings of shiny things.
Good thing the,
I'll take rings of
Army
shiny
didn't have
things.
ears. Or a waistline that could fit in the belt. It's not being a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you do head back to town then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Take the harpy on the litter.
Yep.
You get across. The ferryman helps you across.
Yeah.
You march into town, and you have a harpy on a litter. You go in straight to Zubino's keep.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We're not bringing this to the end.
Keep? Yeah, okay. To the barn house we go.
It's practically inedible.
Oh.
Is that what Zubinov says?
No, that's what they would say at the end.
I mean, it's half cooked already.
It's true.
You did sear it with a moonbeam.
You just need
Still,
some
it's gotta be
barbecue
worth
sauce.
something.
We're in the south.
So yeah, you bring it there, and of course the gardens are flabbergasted. It's the harpy, and people, lining along the street on your way to the keep. See this, and they're all pointing, and a few people are. Well done! Well done! Hooray for the adventurers!
You're welcome.
They-
You're welcome.
Have destroyed the harpy. The woods will be safe. The woods will be safe. Don't forget the alligators. Shh. All right. It's relatively safe. Change their tune just a little.
And we'll pin signs up along the way.
Yeah,
Missing one sock.
we pick a rock.
Reward
and
is
it
found.
makes the-
Rewarded by 20 gold a sock pound.
It makes litter jump when we trip over a rock, and then half the town people die to the ground.
Hooray for Sir Dudley!
Thank you, my
and
brave
his
town
merry band
folk.
of elves. I'm
Yes.
just gonna lump that together.
It just happened that before we got married, right?
It's Dudley. Look, Dudley of the one sock.
Sacrifices were made to ensure your safety.
Hooray!
Hey.
So you get them in the guards. They we'll go get the count and
Thank you
rush
very
inside. They obviously don't, unless you try to bring it inside. I assume you just leave it in the kind of courtyard.
No,
Yeah.
It smells
Set
good.
it down. He comes rushing out. He's kind of pulling on a coat, doing whatever he was
His
doing
mayor coat
inside.
with the red and blue ribbons. And the,
Sure, all his finery.
Yeah.
He knows he's going to be down here
He's going to be caught on
doing
camera.
official stuff. So yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, well done, well done,
much. Thank you, Count Zubino.
well done. I have a taxidermist.
You can have it.
Oh, you don't want your trophy?
No.
We are paid adventurers. We don't have.
I will pay you for it.
Sure. If you insist.
Was there And he kind of leans in toward you. Was there any treasure involved in this one?
Did you tell us? You told us all the stuff that we got, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you were all right there
Yeah.
while he was digging it out,
We
and
got
it took.
coins and
You probably helped him sift through stuff to get the muck off the coins and, each of the items that were separated when he threw the detect magic had to be
Yes, there was some.
because they glow, right? When you, not just to your eyes, they literally glow to anyone who's seeing, right?
For detect magic?
To the books.
You sense the presence.
You
of
sense
magic.
okay. Then if you wanted to try to be surreptitious about it, you could have been, but you,
I wasn't to these guys.
fair enough.
Yes, we found some coin.
And gems.
Well,
Oh, and gems, yes.
keep my share. I will take this creature. I will have it
Very well.
stuffed, and I will mount it in my hall.
Excellent location.
Not judging.
Oh, I see what you did there. That's clever. Quite clever. Did you hear that, dear? His young mistress, as he would have told you at the previous, his wife is long since passed, but he has a woman.
I mean, maybe even Calduno wants to keep the arrow in it to make it even more impressive.
I'll have to consult the taxidermist. Probably have to be removed and might need to be replaced if I want an arrow in it.
That's
But
true.
I don't think I don't know. I'll give it some thought. He seems genuinely delighted that he's going to have this trophy up in one end of his hall, this great hall. I mean, think about how impressive that will be to anybody who comes to feast there to have this essentially a harpy
How did you
hanging
get
up in the
that?
rafters.
Well, you see, I hired some adventures.
So while
Dudley, I believe
Well-
his name.
Sir Robin
Dudley! Sir Dudley!
and his band of merry elves are being celebrated in town, in walks